Sow your seed. What does that mean? Sowing your seed is really just thinking about how you can invest in yourself and invest in other people. So what are some examples of how you could sow your seed? Well, people, I think, is probably one of the most important ones. Can you invest in other people? Do you invest in other people? For instance, if you're a parent, how do you invest in your child's future? A perfect example is obviously if you're reading with your child every single day, you're almost guaranteeing that your child will become a better reader, or if not a fluent reader when they're older. You're depositing a seed there of education in their life. Another example when you think about people is if you're an employer or an owner of a business, are you sending your employees on training programs, for instance? Are you thinking about how you can train them up? Because it would be for the benefit of your company as well as for that person. So when you invest in other people, that essentially is one of the best investments that you can make. Another example of an investment is time. How do you spend your time? How are you investing time into yourself, into your own hobbies, into perfecting something that you're particularly good at? Using time is very important because time is one of the currencies that once you give it out, you can't necessarily get it back. So how do you use your time? And the last one is money. That's the obvious one. How are you spending your money? How are you investing in yourself and investing in your future? Sometimes when you think about money, it's not necessarily about how you can make a profit, but how you can sow a seed into someone's life just for the sake of them having a better future or better experience. I'll give you a perfect example. When you see a homeless person on the street, you give them £20, for instance. That £20 might not necessarily be a big deal to you. It might not even be a big deal to them. But if they're in that moment of need, you depositing that £20 into their hands as you also deposit in a seed, because what you're doing actually is you're being generous, you're being kind. And in some ways, that actually goes a lot further than the money that you've given someone. So when you're thinking about how you deposit a seed into someone, it could be through time, it could be through money, it could also just be through being kind and from being encouraging. So think about that. How are you depositing seeds for yourself and for other people around you?